We are going to begin today with a tutorial on Microsoft Bookings. Bookings is a Microsoft tool. It is integrated with your Microsoft Outlook, etc. tools. And if you are in your inbox or in your calendar and you come over to the 9 square, you can find Bookings. Go ahead and click the 3 dots and click open in a new tab, and then your bookings page will appear. Now I've inserted my icon, etc., and I already have things set up. Yours will appear blank and won't have as much information. So let's go ahead and get started. You have at the top some tutorials that can help you get started. They're new features and product tips that you can integrate into your bookings pages. Then you have a calendar, and calendar integrates with bookings so that you know when you can meet. Then we have the booking page. So this page is where you set up kind of your hours of operation. So you can connect it to Facebook. I choose not to. I keep my worlds very separated. Then you can require a Microsoft 365 account, and I do that so that my students have to sign up with their UVU email and not their personal email, as we've been directed that we should not use students' personal emails for business reasons. Then I've disabled direct search engine indexing so that people can't find this just on the internet doing a Google search. I have a scheduling policy. My time increments are in 15 minutes because I do have office hour times that are 15 minutes long. If you have office hours that are 10 minutes, 20 minutes long, you can choose something different. Now, the minimum lead time is something that I'm still kind of struggling with. I'm not sure where I'm going to land. I have it set to 12 hours right now because I don't want to go to bed or close my office, my virtual office for the day, let's say at 8 p.m. and then next morning have an appointment at 8 a.m. without having known about that before I even woke up. So maybe I decide I'm having an extra cup of coffee or sleeping in that morning. I would miss that appointment. So I give myself 12 hours so that I know what's going on the next day. And then my maximum lead time, I have traditionally, or I started out with setting it to 60 days, but I believe I'm going to do something more in the range of 15 to 30 days. I haven't exactly decided yet. Then this checkbox here sends a meeting invite to your students. And then you put your general availability. So this is the hours that you will have, kind of business hours. So the hours that you will be online working. It doesn't have to be the hours that you offer office hours. It's just telling Microsoft these are the hours that I'm mainly working in. Then over on the right hand side, you can choose your theme color, and I chose the green just so it can look UVU-ish. I've displayed a logo, so that's my personal logo, and it shows time slots in business time zone, so it's in my time zone. When I'm done, I save and publish, and then I move over to customers. So I'm using Sandy J as an example, and I have her email address and her phone number here. I can also write notes pertaining to Sandy J. So if she's one of my students and I have some attendance issues, I can write notes there. My preference is to have my notes in Canvas under attendance. I'll put the notes in that space. Now, in order to get your students into this space, all you have to do is click Import Customers. And when you are in Canvas, you export your gradebook into a CSV file. And if you need to know how to do that, just let one of the ed techers know and we can create a tutorial for you. Then once it's on my desktop, I click Browse and I look at my desktop to see what files are here. And then I choose the file and then upload it. I click Import, and then it imports all my students into this space. I don't have my students available yet, so I haven't done that yet. You can also manually add people. Now, Bookings does not communicate with Canvas, so it will not put late ads in, nor will it remove people who have dropped the course. And so you'll need to do that manually. Then for staff, I've put myself in here. I'm the administrator, and so I'm in here. I can click on the edit button to change any information that I need to. I use business hours for my times, and that just makes it easier so I don't have two things to work on or two things to keep current. Now, if I have a TA or a co-instructor, I can add another staff member and put their initials here, their name, their email, their phone number, and they can have their own business hours. And I can save that, and that allows me to have two people in this space for the staff names. Then under customers, we've already done that. Oh, we're on staff. There we go. Then when I click on services, this is where you add a service to offer your students. So we're going to add a service, and you would write the service name. So office hours test. I place a description here, and I can't type today. If you want to add a location, you can. So if you're holding face-to-face hours and have face-to-face office hours, then you can put your office location, or once we're back face-to-face, you would put your office location. I'm going to go ahead and select the online tool button so that it creates a team meeting for students that choose to make these appointments. So it sends them that information. Now, I can set the duration of the meeting. So let's say I only want them to be 10 minutes long, then I set it up that way. If I buffer time, that means that my customer or my students can't book back to back. And so it will leave, let's say, 5 minutes in between appointments so that I can take a break, get some water, whatever I need to do, get another cup of coffee. Price, we don't do that. Maximum number of attendees. So I'm going to say 1 for our test, but I'm going to show you how I use multiples. There's a 1-day reminder of the appointment, and this is an email confirmation. You put in whatever you would like to see in there. Then show this service on the bookings page. You do want to make sure to do that. Use the default scheduling policy. I'm going to deselect this. My time increments will be in 10-minute time increments. My lead time will be 3 hours. My max will be 15 days, just to show you something different. And then let's say that I don't have hours anytime except on Mondays from 9 to 10. And that's the only day because I don't like office hours, and so we're just not going to do anything else. Or if you have a TA, they have limited office hours. So you can go ahead and click Save. And that is the test one that we just did. Now I'm removing it so I don't forget to remove it later. On our services page, I have 2 different items, the coffee break with Doc and the happy hour with Doc. Now, the research is showing us that students are more likely to attend office hours if we don't call them office hours. So the research shows that we should call them something cheery. So this is what I've chosen. So I'm going to edit my coffee break. You would enter your service name, just like I showed you before. Mine is Coffee Break with Doc. I give a description here. This is, you can do 1 per day. This allows one student to dialogue with Doc. We are meeting in MS Teams, so I turned on an online meeting, 15 minutes max. My customers can book their appointments. Here is, we look forward to seeing you, etc. Thanks for scheduling an appointment with me. I look forward to talking to you. And I would also enter something that says, if you need to cancel, please give me at least 12 hours notice. That way I can allow other students to book. Then I'm going to set my time, or I did set my time increments to 15 minutes, 12-hour lead time with, I'm going to go ahead and change this now to a 30-minute maximum lead time. I want to send a message, a meeting invite to the student. And then this is, so I've chosen to not just be open whenever the students want to choose. I'm choosing custom hours. And these are the hours that I'm choosing for this particular coffee break times. Then I click save, and that is saved here. When I go into my happy hour, you'll see that it's a little bit different. I am still doing MS Teams and online meeting. I'm allowing 20 attendees per session. I have the confirmation email, and also I need to add in my email confirmation here. This is my reminder. These are in 1 hour increments. Lead time is 12 hours. And I also am going to minimize this to 30 days in advance. We do want to send a meeting invite to the students, and then this is the times that they can apply or request to come into happy hour. Once I'm done, I click save, and they're both here. I can verify my business information, and I think we've already covered this. Yes, we did, because we talked about the logo. So I've saved all of this. I come back to my booking page. Once I'm done and I've saved and published everything that I need to, all I have to do is come over to embed. So you will highlight this information and copy it and click done. Come to your dashboard, go into your class, and I'm going to use my sandbox so that I can show you a test. I'm going to click edit. I'm going to click on this little space right here. This allows you to switch to HTML. Go ahead and click that, and we're just going to paste that information back in. You don't have to know any HTML coding to be successful with this. You just need to follow along with me. You'll paste that information in this space, and you're going to come over to where it says height 100%, and you're going to change that to 1200. Once you're done with this, you go ahead and click save or save and publish. Now you'll notice that the coffee break and the happy hour are in your Canvas course under the office hours. And I usually do a redirect tool and place it right in my navigation so that students can easily find the office hours test. If you need to know how to do that, just let me know and I'll create another tutorial for that. So I'm going to choose coffee break with Doc. I'm going to go ahead and choose Monday at 11. I'm going to say that Sandy J needs an appointment. So let's pretend she's filling this out. Sandy J at uvu.edu. I don't know her phone number, so I will use my phone number just to make it easier. And then your students should put a note in here, want to talk about Padlet. They should put a note in to give you a heads up of what they'd like, and then you press book, and then that is now booked for your student. When I come into my calendar, I move over to the 20th, I will notice that Sandy J has booked an appointment with me. And so it gives you her email address, her phone number. That would be her phone number if she was doing it. And it also lists a join button so that I can go straight into the team and be waiting for her here. So I'm right here, coffee break with Doc. I can click join and be in that meeting with her. When I go into my calendar, all of your appointments will be listed in your Outlook calendar, and that way when people need to schedule meetings with you, it's already put in there. You don't have to manage multiple calendars at once. I hope this really helped. Let me know if you have any other questions. And we love to create these tutorials for us, so let us know what else you need. Thanks, and hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.